Tastes good.
See, that one is the regular. I had the berry in it before. I actually had my sister.
Still tastes like berry.
Well, it's probably a residual, but I had my sister-in-law try it, and she doesn't smoke, so she liked it.
I like it.
Well, hi and welcome.
No, we're not.
To what?
Huh?
Hi and welcome to the blurksick podcast. I'm Frank. I'm here. Sam's here.
Always.
And Jake with legs is back. Finally.
Yay.
Jake is here.
We haven't seen Jake in so long.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. He hasn't been here.
He's been neglecting us.
He missed out on all the new stuff.
Enough about.
New fence, new dog.
I know. New fence, new dog. You missed our whole mermaid discussion.
Thank goodness.
What else?
I don't
What
know.
else had happened? Aren't you supposed to bite the end of that?
I think you're supposed to snip it off.
You are. And you don't have a cutter, do you?
Okay. I wasn't actually planning on lighting it.
You
What
just
do you
wanted
mean?
to look bougie by having it.
I got a cigar.
I'm not a cigar person. They stink so bad. I remember when I was little and my babysitter, her husband, Sheldon, used to always smoke cigars in the house and it would reek. It
That's
was
mostly
so
a rapper that
bad.
smells that way.
Yeah. I don't know. I might light it later.
I mean,
after
real
I'm
men
outside.
just bite it off.
No, they don't. That's retarded. Then you're gonna fuck it all up. You can use that little snipper thing.
No, real men just bite it.
I'm not gonna bite it off.
I have
I don't know.
everything we need in my
I would
car.
fuck it up if I bit it off.
I actually
I
have
have
other
scissors.
cigars in my car.
You have
You got
cigars
what?
in your car?
I have a kit.
Why?
Kit.
Are you a cigar person?
Yeah.
Ugh.
What kind of kit?
Do they smell good or are they
Cigars.
like regular cigars?
Are you talking
Are
about
they
the
like
fruity smelling ones?
Are
Yeah.
they like Swisher
No.
Sweets or White Owls?
No.
What do you have?
I have a mixture. I have like 4 different kinds in there.
What is that one?
This one's a Baccarat.
I've never actually smoked one of those, so I don't know what they taste like.
Well, y'all are going to find out tonight, I guess.
Not if he plans on not smoking it or biting it off, which sounds weird.
Biting it off.
Dun-dun-dun.
I like this thing. Tastes so good. What is this thing?
It's called a Views.
It's not a jewel. Don't most
No.
people use jewels now?
Yes, because those were the
And it's nice and small.
jewels are the same thing, but that's why I like this one because you can tell how much liquid is
Oh,
left in it.
there you go.
But what do you need the other part for?
This is where the liquid is. This is the infuser and the battery.
Okay.
It's also a magnetic.
Mmm. Nice.
So what are we gonna talk about?
I don't know. What you got on your list?
I wrote down ice cream liquors.
Ice cream liquors? Like Bailey's?
See, I took that both ways, like ice cream liquor or ice cream liqueur. I'm
liqueur?
assuming you were
Liquors.
talking about the dickheads licking ice cream.
Was that a thing? Seen it, and then I seen a picture.
What do you mean
There was-
dickheads licking ice cream?
There was only,
I mean, how
no,
else do you
there's-
eat ice cream?
No, they lick the ice cream and then put it back in the freezer for someone else to buy
They were doing it at the store.
Why?
because they're assholes.
I mean, you're going to know if it's open.
Some people so if you just walking around, you're like, oh, I like that ice cream, you throw it in there, you go to the cash register, you don't look at anything just because you think it's new, and all of a sudden you get home and you open it up and there's a lick mark across it, and you're like,
You might not even notice the liquor.
I probably wouldn't notice it.
But
Are you talking about like tubs of ice cream?
yeah, it was like a Ben and Jerry's little thing.
like
of
the
ice
cardboard box thing.
I have ice cream in the freezer. We got Blizzards the other day, and mine's still in there.
but that's not the same.
It's got cookie dough bites and brownie bites.
So you know what we're eating later.
I don't think ice cream's a good mix. I've already had goldfish, eggs,
Yeah,
beer.
eggs.
Ice cream is never a good mix with alcohol, but some people do it.
They got us drumsticks at work.
Dun, dun.
What? You know the ice cream thing I'm talking about with the
Yeah,
nuts on
it's
top.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I saw the snap of your
Oh yeah.
drumstick genius.
I did not
Or
see
something.
this. Oh, I'm not on
You're not
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
I don't do that nonsense.
I know, but you're mostly the star of mine.
What?
Nothing.
I'm the star of yours. Do you snap pictures
All
of
the
me?
time when you're not looking.
What the shit? You're not serious, are you?
Why did my screen go off?
Oh, it all went blacker out here. I can't see.
Do you think it's still recorded it?
No, yeah, see, it's still going.
Alright. This is weird. Will it? I don't know if it'll do the whole thing here.
It'll do it.
You think?
It's still recording. That's the thing.
That's his whole job.
It can. He just has a screensaver.
Oh, the audio thing's down here.
If
It
he's
says
not
5
playing
minutes.
with it, it's not gonna stay.
Yeah, if you're not playing with it.
If you're not gonna
It's
play
not
with
gonna
it,
stay
it's not
active.
gonna stay. What? So yeah, that was a thing, I guess. Was that a real thing?
I
It was
don't
a real
know.
thing, and people are doing it to pops as well. They're
Cool.
opening the pops and drinking it, and then putting it back into the refrigerator.
Oh, so speaking of, Michelle, Jimmy's mom, went and got a thing of biscuits at the store, and there was like an 8-pack of biscuits or whatever, but there was only 7 in there. Like somebody took a biscuit out of it. I don't understand how though, because I mean, granted, I don't know what kind she bought, but the kind I think of when I think of biscuits are like Pillsbury, where you like unroll it and it pops, right?
Right, that is the normal thing. It's called the
Wait,
adult scare
it was supposed to
factor.
be 8, but there was only 6?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Like 7
Well, that
pieces
just
of
means
8?
they cut it wrong.
7 pieces of 8? Wasn't that from the Pirates of
Or
the Caribbean?
somebody took it out of there somehow.
How would
if
you take
if you're
it
gonna roll
out?
a dough,
There's no way you could just
I mean, you
take
could
one
you
out
could
of
pop
there.
off the top without unrolling it, take one, and
Are we
and hit
talking
it back
about-
in.
Are we talking about the same thing where you unravel it and then? let the
Yeah,
air
see,
just
I
come
don't
out?
know if that's the kind that she got.
If
All
it is
I
that,
know.
there's no way you can take anything
There's
out.
no way you could take it
But
out.
you could get like
Yeah.
one of those paint things and pop the lid. You don't have to
Negative.
unroll it.
No, it's
Negative.
under pressure.
No.
If you
Under
can't get that
pressure.
pressure back.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. Did you see new movies coming out? I just
The
want to
Lion
say
King.
that I'm super excited about Zombieland 2, Double Tap. Do you remember Zombieland, Sam?
I do.
Wasn't that movie great with Woody
was.
Harrelson or whatever? They're doing another one.
Yeah, I'm excited about The Lion King.
The Lion King is in theaters right now.
I know.
I watched it.
Was
Did
it
you?
any good?
Was it good? Was it terrible?
It was.
Did they ruin it?
They didn't ruin it. They didn't put everything in there that should be, but it wasn't ruined. It was still a good movie.
Was it?
You still cry when Mufasa dies.
Spoiler alert. What the fuck, Jake?
Damn it!
That's not a spoiler.
Every time.
I've been kind of nervous to see it. Like, I've been excited about it since, like, I don't know, 2017, when they first had, like,
The
you know,
trailer
we're
for
saying
it.
that, like, oh, we're making this. But I've just been really nervous about seeing it
It-
because they jacked up Tarzan so bad.
It could be a lot longer. They cut out a lot of scenes to where you got involved in the cartoonish.
I don't
version of
understand. Couldn't they just remake it exactly the same, only better live action
it.
graphics?
In live
They
action,
could,
they
but they're not going to make the exact same movie. They're
But
going
it
to have
is
to change
shorter.
something.
It is shorter than the original movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
The original isn't even that long. How
Like
long
what?
was the movie?
I think wasn't the cartoon almost 2 hours?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like it was.
I don't think so. I think it was
Like a
shorter than that.
long
I mean,
movie.
typically, like, the Disney cartoon movies are not, like, 2 hours long.
Maybe this didn't play as many scenes in there. I don't know.
That's a good question to ask Google.
Damn it, Google! Quit being so smart.
What about they're making another Jay and Silent Bob?
Are they
Hmm.
really?
Yeah.
Same
I did
characters?
see
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I
Is-
did not see that.
They're the
Kevin
preview-
Smith and what's his name? Who's that other guy?
Which one, Jay
Jay.
or Bob?
Jay. Kevin Smith plays Silent Bob. He's also the director.
Yeah.
And Jay's his sidekick. But it's like the opposite in the TV show. In the
Yeah.
movie.
In the movie.
The fuck's his name?
No, really, I don't. It was still a good movie, and the preview of the one shows them going to Hollywood to stop the remake of their original movie.
The remake of the remake?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the Jason Mewes. That's
Muse.
the guy.
I see. I was thinking Muse, but it wasn't. I didn't think it was that one.
Jason Mewes. Do you remember Dogma?
I vaguely remember that movie, yes.
Jay and Silent Bob were in that. Do you remember Dogma? Sam?
I don't really remember
But
that.
they didn't have too big. They didn't have that big of a part in that.
What are you talking about? Yeah, they were. They were like the main character. They were there the whole time.
What,
You're-
Zoe?
I haven't seen that movie in so
What's
long.
he want?
I can't even remember.
Chris Rock was in there. I even say Christopher Walken was in there too. Wasn't he the angel? No, thinking of a different guy, probably. Was Christopher Walken?
Yeah, I think he was in that. I think he was the demon.
What? What?
She wants back inside.
You want to go inside? Alright. You better leave Milo alone.
She's gonna fight.
He's
Dogs are
walking
gonna
the room
fight.
away.
Jason Lee. Oh, Al Rickman, I think was the other guy. I don't think.
I've been trying.
The old guy?
Yeah.
The angel guy.
Yeah. Was Christopher Walken in there? Fuck, I have no idea.
I feel like he should have been.
I feel like he should have been. Maybe. I even think of something else because it's not
Blah,
coming
blah,
up.
blah, blah, blah.
What?
So I've been like trying really hard not to make
Dude, George Carlin was in
Bailey.
there?
Zoe.
How many
Zoe.
times you gonna call her that?
I have
That
not
was her.
called her that.
That was
Except for today. I don't understand.
Call her that twice today already.
3 times.
Twice since I've been
They
here.
got a
I
new
know.
dog, and I tried to name it. She didn't like any of my names.
His names are stupid.
Let's go over them.
Yeah, let's go over them. They were like Cloud and Moby Dick.
Cloud was
Who
good.
names a friggin' dog Moby Dick?
It's a big white dog.
It's not big.
It makes
yet.
sense.
He will be big though. He's just a puppy.
He does. The way he's built looks like he's lanky, and his
He is
paws
lanky.
are big, and he's gonna grow.
I hope so.
Attila the Hound. What?
Attila. I used to work with a guy named Attila.
Cloud.
I
Cloud's a
hope it
good
wasn't
name.
My cousin.
Cloud is not a
Cloud,
good name.
like from Final Fantasy VII.
No.
Cookie.
No.
Barry White.
Boo.
Little Abominable.
No.
Powder.
No.
Powder. That was a weird movie.
Gregory.
Gregory? You sent me Gregory?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that one.
Mr. Salamander.
You see why I didn't choose his name?
Giovanni.
Mr.
Call him
Salamander?
him Gio for short. Mr. Salamander is a great name.
That
What the
was
fuck are you
too
talking
long
about?
of a name to try to yell at a dog.
Yeah,
Mr.
you know,
Salamander. Get over here.
1 to 2 syllables. That's it. Other than that, it's too long.
Just like screaming, "Dickhead, get over here!" It ain't gonna work. It still has the same syllables, but you don't want to scream that out in your yard.
Dickhead.
Right? Yeah, that's one thing to think of. Like when I'm yelling for the dog, I don't want to be saying something crazy. Come here, Cloud. Where's the cloud?
Or Stains.
Yeah. Come, Stains. That's horrible.
It was actually better that she said it on here than you. That was great.
I mean, you know, he wonders why I don't use his names. They were all terrible.
But that was funny.
For who?
For adults.
For everybody.
Kids don't know it, so adults are always laughing every time.
Yeah,
we
and
tell
I
you.
want my soon-to-be 6-year-old running around. Come here, Stains. Come, Stains. Come, Stains. Yeah.
So it'd be fun for adults.
No.
It'd be hilarious.
He would have no idea.
But I would.
That's your fault, not his.
Well, no, it would be my fault if I named the dog Stains. So we had this whole big list of dog names, and Milo wasn't even on the list, and it ended up being Milo.
What is Milo from? Milo is from a movie.
There was a movie about a dog and a cat a long time ago, like when we were kids, Milo and Otis.
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 It wasn't the shadow and the
It wasn't
Chance.
it wasn't Homeward Bound.
No, it was the other one.
What's
See,
Milo and Otis?
It's a movie about a cat and a dog.
Yeah, see, that's exactly. I feel like the last time we had this conversation, that movie is the one that was in my brain, and we were talking about Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
But it was like, we were thinking about him. And originally, I really wanted to get a dog and name it Felix. But then I met the dog, and I was like,
Name
he
a
doesn't
dog
look like...
Felix. Felix the cat.
Yeah, I thought it was a cat.
Well, no, it is a cat, but that's the irony of it.
He ain't looking nothing like a cat.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You
I don't know
have
how
another
that-
one that looks more like a cat.
I have... My sister has a cat named Mouse.
That's not ironic. Well, that's just... Is that ironic? If you name your cat Mouse?
It's kind of funny.
Well, what happens if you name the dog Moose?
I wanted to name him Moose. I
You
thought that was
can't-
such a good name.
You can't name a dog Moose, because if he does not grow up to be a big dog, then you're just like, Moose, come here. He's a little tiny dog, and you're calling him Moose. Moose.
So?
You just have to... An extra would be Tiny Moose?
Exactly.
That's okay.
Little Moose, come here.
Another one was Cyclone. I really like Cyclone. And then I could call him
Why?
Cy. I don't know. They called him Cyrus at the pound, and that was okay.
Cyrus the
Billy
Virus.
Ray Cyrus.
Cyrus the Virus, like in Con Air.
Cyrus the Virus.
I don't know. I don't know where they got the name from.
Billy Ray Cyrus, but
Miley Cyrus?
no. That's not even her name anymore. I don't even know who she is.
Did you?
What do you mean that's not her
talking
name?
about?
It is her name. I'm just.
Did you see the black, the blah 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 blah?
Yeah,
blah,
hold on.
blah.
While you're thinking of that, So, Frankie and I were hanging out not last weekend, the weekend before, and we were talking about guilty pleasure songs, and one of them that we talked about was the Miley Cyrus ball. The Miley Cyrus one. What's it
Came
called?
in like a rat.
No, not that one. The mountain or climb.
Oh, I can't vision it in my head. I don't remember the song, so I don't know. You have to play it.
Something about like it's the climb.
What are you talking about? What is your point?
I don't know. I don't have a point.
We never have any points here, Frank. We're just talking.
Blackfish? Why can't I think of the name? Black Box? Black Mirror. Got there. Fucking Miley Cyrus was in the new Black Mirror episode. You guys didn't watch it at all?
No, I have
Fuck.
no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I
this
didn't
is
even
going-
know Black Mirror was a TV
This
show.
is going nowhere. Okay,
You brought it nowhere.
zombies. We were talking about zombies. You know who Travis Barker is?
Name sounds
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Drummer from like Blink 182. Is it Blink 182? Did I just fuck that up?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
I
like
don't
a
know
super
that much.
awesome drummer. He's like famous for being playing the drums. He's got like a
Like a net tattoo, like everybody
he's
else.
got tattoos all over. But he was like one of the first guys to be like famous for being covered in tats.
Okay.
It was definitely Blink 182.
Where's
Anyways,
it going?
where's what going?
Where's your conversation going?
It's going that he remixed one of Lil Peep's songs. Lil Peep and XXX Falling Down, his song. He played the drums for it, and it was like better than the original. I really liked it. But not only that, when he was just sitting there playing his drums, like when he was in his zone, you watch this motherfucker in his zone playing the drums. It's like he's one with the universe or something. Like it's like his fucking thing. And I got this overwhelming feeling like, wow, this is amazing. This guy's awesome. He just loves playing the drums. Like he's not going to make a profit off this or whatever. He's just got to do it for pure love of it. And then I was thinking about a zombie apocalypse and how fucking, I know this is going
It's going in a weird direction.
Fucking-
But keep going, Frank.
fucking, he's on like our team, right? And he hasn't been able to play the drums for like a year or two. And then like a horde's coming and we got to redirect the horde. And then we gather like a drum set for him and then present it. And, like, we need you to make noise. And he's like, I can fucking do that. Right? It's like,
You just throw him out in
seems
the-
so epic.
So he's in your
In the
zombie apocalypse
He's
group.
the bait. You're just letting him die. Is what you're saying.
What he's
Come over
saying,
here.
what he's
Places
saying
it.
is
He's
that
drunk.
he's gonna play
He's-
such magical drums that the zombies are gonna stop and listen.
No,
They're gonna go there.
No,
It's
he's
his
going. They're
direction.
going to go
Who's
towards
gonna
his
die?
direction. He's drawing him away from the colony. It's for the greater good, but
He's
he's
gonna die.
He's going out playing his drums.
Frank's
Oh, okay.
But it's
giving him
like-
a suicidal mission.
It's intense and magical, and it's like exactly what he wants, though. He's like, I haven't played the drums in 2 years. It's like what I'm all about. He's like, oh, let's do this.
Oh, okay.
Like, we try to not let him die, but he's probably going to die. But he's going to go out like he wants to. It's going to be epic. This is part of my...
This is a movie. You wait for
But I get to be a director.
it.
Wait for it. Do you remember on How I Met Your Mother, if either of you guys ever watched that,
Yeah.
that they named Lillian Marshall's son, his middle name was Wait For It?
Was it? No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Barney picked it out. And so when Jimmy and I, when I was pregnant and Jimmy and I were discussing names, and I was like, we could totally make Wait For It his middle name.
Logan, wait
For it.
Boggs.
There was nothing that really went well with Logan. It's not like one of those like rhyming type of things, you know.
Logan James Boggs.
Yeah.
Wait, what's his
Is
middle
that his
name?
middle name?
James.
Oh God,
That
I was
makes
just
sense.
guessing. I was guessing. I did not know his middle name. But that is funny.
Yeah,
Anyway,
after Jimmy.
I just
Nothing.
figured that was
I
it.
mean, we could have done Dixie to match Jimmy's, but I didn't
Dixie
want
would
to do
have
that
been
to him.
kind of.
That's Jimmy's middle name.
Oh, what? What
You
the
didn't know
fuck?
that?
I gotta talk to his parents. What were you doing?
No, you know why his middle name is Dixie? Because that was Michelle's dad's name.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
His first name was Dixie?
Yeah, and he told her that if he wanted to name...
Was that short for something or just...
No, that was his name.
Like a Dixie cup? How did they spell it?
Yeah,
Winstar
Dixie. Dixie. It's actually a pretty common name in the South. I knew a couple Dixies when I was growing up.
Shouldn't be a common name for a dude.
Right, yeah, no, it was all females that I knew. So, but he told her that if she wanted to name him after him, that it had to be the middle name. She couldn't name him Dixie.
So, the only thing I can see is like, my child's name is Dixie. And then you push the child out, and all of a sudden it's a guy, and you're like, shit. All right, middle name Dixie.
Yeah, his middle name's Dixie. I like to make fun of him for it.
You can figure out what the child's going to be before you...
Not if you're in the South.
Not back then.
You're just pushing the
Okay, not back
out.
in the day.
You're not going to all those
Yeah,
steps.
you got to think it's like his grandfather who has passed. Like that was a long time ago. They didn't have ultrasounds and that kind of stuff back then.
Okay. Tony Hawk's a real cool guy.
I feel like we talked about him before.
I think maybe I brought this up before, actually. I was thinking that. But I watched him do it again on my Facebook.
Again!
That he was somewhere and he like left his skateboard and he took a photo of it. It was like a skateboard next to this big graffiti wall. Like, I left my skateboard by this wall in fucking Washington or something. Or maybe it was Vancouver, I think he was in.
And somebody come find it.
Like, free for all. Good luck.
Nice.
That's a dick move. Well, I guess if
What
you
are
have
talking
that
about?
much money, you
He's
can
giving
do
away
what you want.
He's giving away his skateboard.
I wish I could do graffiti. Some of it looks so cool.
It does look cool. I love graffiti.
So awesome.
I love watching it when I get stopped by a train. And
Yeah.
I watch the train go by and I can see a bunch of cool shit.
Me too. I cannot do it at all though. I've tried. I mean, obviously not graffiti, but I've tried like
drawing a lot of
it.
buildings in her life.
No, I haven't.
Not so good.
Vandalism. They call that vandalism.
If you're looking for her, she's right here.
What you're doing is vandalism.
I've tried on paper, and honestly, if I could have done it well on paper, I probably would have vandalized something with it. To be honest,
I can't draw, so I'm just scribbling something on the side of a building, and you have no idea what it says. Neither do I. So,
to be fair, I can't read half of graffiti. It just looks really cool.
It's supposed to look cool, but yeah, a lot of it you can't.
A lot of it says the different words depending on how you're looking at it.
No, usually it's a guy. Like my graffiti name is Blurk.
Yeah.
And like I make it blurksick, so I would write blurksick.
Who's the graffiti one now? Vandalism.
I would write it over and over again to the point where I had it down a certain way so well that when I throw it on a wall, it's like not readable, but in itself, the form is just like
it's readable for
kind of an abstract work of art.
Yeah.
And then they do their name every time, and then they get to another level where they do their name every time, and they add like a character. I love when they do.
We're talking about a video game or real life, because you just started talking about characters and all.
No. They do video. They add the name, and then they'll add like a video game character. But I was gonna say I love when they do that. When they'll add like Scorpion or Sub-Zero, or they'll do like an X-Men with it next to it. Is my favorite.
Like on the graffiti, not on a video game, but they add like a character.
Like
the graffiti piece.
Like
they do their name, and then they do like
and they draw it.
The character by it. They draw the character with it. You haven't seen this?
No, I have not.
Do you watch Trains?
I do watch Trains. Most of the trains that I watch are all graffiti that I can read. Most of them. I'm not gonna say I can read all of them.
There's this one guy. His name's Nova, and he does it all the time. He'll do Nova, and then he'll do like an X-Men. He's got dope ones where he's got Wolverine and Colossus fighting, and they're sick.
Nice. So, I used to always count the train cars.
No, I stopped doing that a long time ago.
I stopped doing
it too.
Forever. But yeah. When I was younger, I used to like to count them to see how many train cars there were.
But right now, as an adult, you're counting the train cars. You're like, get the fuck off! I gotta go. Keep moving. I hate you.
Dude, I get stopped by a train at least once a month, maybe twice.
I get stopped by a train like once a week.
Well, I guess I got all y'all beat. Not really. I get stopped by a train
every hour.
3/4 the time that I come up here, because there's only one direction I come up here, and always there's.
It's always
I take 90 to get to work, so I always have to go over the train tracks in Madison, And half the time, if I don't have to take Logan to the Y, I take, what's that road called? Bates. I take Bates. And sometimes there's a train stopped on the tracks and I have to turn around. A lot of times there's just a train going by. But then it goes by in Madison on, 528 as well. So I get stuck by trains a lot.
The one train that goes through Perry, which always goes through Madison, that train is always an asshole train because it's always going fucking slow. And I hate it.
Yeah, a lot of them do go really slow. But it's because they drop off right there at Middle Ridge or by Bates.
You know, the other time I get stopped by trains is when I have to get off.
Not Middle Ridge, County Line.
I have to stop selling parts and go out and delivering them because my delivery drivers are slow.
Fire.
And then I go out, I pick up the part, go deliver it, and I get stuck by a goddamn train. And then I wonder why my drivers are slow. It's because they're stuck by trains, and I feel like an asshole.
Yep.
Speaking of trains,
I feel like it's not so easy to fire people. Like, I know that Ohio is an at-will state, but I mean, you got to do quite a bit to get fired at a lot of places. I mean, obviously not everywhere, but a lot of places are pretty lenient.
It all depends on the contract you just signed. You can have 3 offenses that are minor or 1 that is a big one. Then I can fire them.
Dude, when I was a manager, I loved to fire people. Sorry.
I'm sure you did. Tell us, do you have a firing story? Any good one?
Yeah. And so my favorite one was, I wasn't even a manager yet. And this girl that was training was just terrible and pissy and bitchy. And I told her if she couldn't stand the heat, get the fuck out of my kitchen. And she left. And I was like, yes. I fired her. And then I told my manager, I was like, so I just fired this chick. He was like, you did what? I was like, I don't know. She left, and I'm excited. So she's fired.
So I convinced her to leave. That means I fired her, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I didn't fire a person, but maybe I indirectly helped establish his not coming backness.
Yeah.
We're trying to hire.
It was the same thing that she was saying.
Yeah. I did have to fire one girl, and I was really nervous about it because she was pretty ghetto. And so I was really worried that...
She just whispered ghetto. She was pretty...
So funny.
Ghetto.
Anyway.
I was so worried she was going to punch me in the face. She is not a very nice... She's not a very nice girl. She was pretty intimidating. And...
She's from the ghetto.
And I'm all of 5'2" on my best days. And...
You don't grow.
What?
On your best days?
On my best days. Sometimes when you're and you're slouching because, your back hurts or you're whatever.
No, I don't slouch.
Whatever.
Yes, you do, Frank.
I don't slouch.
Yeah, you do. Shut up. So, but I had to fire her.
I stand up straight.
And I was so nervous. She was I think she was the first person I had to fire once I got into management. And I was like, oh my God, she's going to punch me. She's so aggressive. And she wanted to, man. I could see it in her face. I was like, oh man, don't make me call the cops on you. But she didn't punch me. And she was fired. So that was win-win. Except for her side.
We were trying to hire a new person. Yeah. We were trying to hire a new person. This guy, it's a week or 2 weeks. 2 weeks, he missed 4 days. And they're like, oh, if he comes back, let's just do him work. I'm like, if he comes back, are you kidding me? Get rid of him. Fucking, hello?
He's gone.
We're done with this guy.
Well, why did he miss 4 days?
I don't know.
Well, maybe he had a good reason.
No. If it's the first 2 weeks and you're going to be absent that many times already, that's a bad sign.
I don't know.
I understand some people have to miss some days.
Yeah.
But if it's within your first 2 weeks.
My second day.
You need to.
My second day at my new job, I had my tooth infection. And I had to leave to go to the dentist. And then I had to go and get a root canal. And I had to go to work after getting a root canal. And it was the worst day ever. They were like, why didn't you just take the day off? I was like, I don't know, because so-and-so told me to be here after the dentist. So I came to work, and I'm kind of tired and loopy.
No, what you're saying is, so what you did was, I went to work, even though I shouldn't have. The other person did not show up to work, but
I did miss going to the dentist. I mean, like, I took off because my tooth hurt and I had to go to the dentist.
If you had a problem, you would call and say, hey, I'm sorry. I can't make any work for this. You would just not show up.
Well, yeah, no, he didn't say he didn't just not show up. Maybe he called. Maybe he had a reason.
Did they have any kind of reason that they shared with you, or are you just speculating?
No, he didn't have like a good reason.
Just didn't show up.
He just like 3 of the times he called off. One of the times it was just like straight no call, no show.
It's kind of like at my brother's job, where his other employee would call because he got drunk the other day, and then he would bitch about not getting paid for it. So that was funny. I loved hearing about that. I wish I worked there because I would have punched him in the face, and I'm glad my brother works there.
Whoa.
See, in my, like, no call, no show, you quit. Sorry, you're done.
Exactly.
Period. Like, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'll, like, you know, call you, like, hey, just so you know, you're supposed to be in, because maybe you got your schedule mixed up. You know, shit happens.
No.
Schedule mixed up. What you're talking about, like a restaurant thing.
Oh, God. I have a story.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, anything that has, like, an unusual schedule, like, that's rotating, not a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
What's your story?
I have a story of a no-call, no-show, but I'm going to get a beer.
You're going to make us wait for it.
Damn straight.
Wait for it.
Jake, wait for it. Banker. Not the same ring.
No.
Do you know who Riley Reid is?
Do I know who Riley who is?
Speaking of trains, do you know who Riley Reid is?
I do not. Should I?
She's a porn star.
Oh, see, I thought that was a he.
Riley Reid?
Yeah.
Pretty sure everyone knows who she is.
I'm sorry. I don't watch porn.
I know. Anyway, she posted, I follow her, she posted a thing the other day. She's like, ask your dad if he knows who I am. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
No,
that's weird.
That is weird.
Why would I do that, Riley? You need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
And then, I was following her on the Snapchat. She can't make an Instagram account. They keep deleting her Instagram account. She's
Why?
very sad. I don't know, like the...
Your dad got me arrows, talking about your dad.
Oh, he got your arrows? My dad bought her a bow and arrows. Wait, did you pay him back?
Jimmy's gonna pay him tomorrow. Yeah,
Okay.
He got me the bow, he got me the arrows, he got me the
You know, he's
holder
trapping
thing.
you to come and to shoot at his ranges, right? Now
I already go there.
Well, now he wants you to come there more.
There's archery shoots. I used to go to those. Those were fun. Miles and I used to shoot all the time, but Miles and
Yeah,
I...
Frankie said he was gonna shoot with me.
I don't think I ever
I gotta
went
go
with
into
you guys.
the outdoor store and get my sight adjusted.
I am
but
not ready to shoot at all.
I'm not. I mean,
I'm never ready, but I'll do it.
come shoot with us.
I don't have a bow. You know what? I'll actually use a practice bow. They're the things that everybody else uses.
Yeah.
Because I'll still do it.
There you go.
That's what I used when I went with my uncle. And I still shot as good as the guys with those fucking expensive ass. What are they called? Wasn't a compound bow.
No, it's probably a compound bow, yeah.
No, it had to have been a compound bow. Well, every one of them had it. Anyway.
What are you talking about?
Drudging up weird situations that
He
I was
doesn't
in
know what
anyway.
he's talking about. He's a
When
little
I can't
confused.
shoot. But I still shot as good as they did with their good...
Han Solo.
Anyway.
So you can't
Han
shoot,
Solo.
but you still shot as good as they did.
I can't shoot. I still missed, and so did they.
When a girl asks you how you are in the bedroom, like I'm like Han Solo. I always shoot first.
That's not a compliment.
It's supposed to be funny.
But it's not, though. I mean, realistically, like, if that was your come on line, they'd be like, okay, good to know. Thanks for that. Bye.
No, that's the come on line after you're done.
Yeah,
Not
that's
before.
like, oh, okay, yeah, I totally want to get something started and not get any, release out of it. Sure, that sounds fun for me.
That's the afterwards. That isn't before you start the conversation, but it is still funny.
Did you have a what was he gonna tell a story about something?
His thing wasn't funny,
Oh,
so now it's back to your story.
Well, my story isn't funny either. It's fucking messed up. A no call, no show.
Okay, get to
Oh,
it.
we're still talking about that?
No, we weren't. We brought it back up.
Oh, go ahead.
He left. Came back out. Do the thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
you said the wait for it.
God damn it. Anyway, we had a guy who started driving for us, and he was working there. He was pretty good. He was working there for about 2-3 weeks. He was scheduled on a Monday, didn't show up. So we were like, okay. He was an older gentleman, so he
Did he die?
thought that something might have happened with the family, so we just gave him a day. Next day we called him, didn't show up. Third day we called him, it was a Wednesday. Still didn't show up. So my boss at the time was like, okay, he's fired, we need to find somebody else. Come the next day on a Thursday, his son calls in, says, I'm sorry, I found my father's phone. I'm calling to let you know he died.
Holy shit.
He was changing a axle underneath a van, and the jack gave away, and it crushed him in his garage.
Oh my god.
He's been dead since Monday. Yeah. That was the most fucked up thing ever.
That is fucked up.
Because my boss was so mad that he didn't show up because he hired him. Because he was a great guy. He wanted him to work there, and then all of a sudden he didn't show up. So he was so pissed. And then when he found out that happened, he could not.
He felt like an ass.
He was
for
so,
sure.
felt like an asshole.
Oh yeah.
That
That's
actually
like-
happened to my uncle. Well, my great uncle.
It happened. I mean, you don't know what's going on in someone's life, and then if something happens and you're just being an asshole, he left him so many messages on his phone because he wanted him to work there, and his son had to call and tell him that he was dead, and that was the reason why.
Well, that's how we found out that my great uncle passed. Is that his work called, and then they sent somebody over because he like never missed work, and they found him in the house like 3 days later.
Yeah, that's
What-
pretty much. Well, I don't know if that's what happened, but
Well, I
that's
mean,
how we
his
got
son
the
was
story.
there, but yeah.
What happened to him?
He had a heart attack.
Like in his sleep, or just like
No, not in his sleep.
he was having dinner? He was watching TV.
No. So it was years ago. I'm trying to remember.
It's okay.
I
if you
don't think
remember.
it was. I don't think it was in his sleep. I don't think it was in his sleep.
Sorry, I have another story in the same instance. On
Yeah, go
around
ahead.
the sad part of it, I have a customer that bought a lot of parts from me, and then one day he just quit calling. So we're like, okay, maybe he's on vacation. And then it was about a week later, one of his, wasn't like a disciple, somebody who used to work there with him, called us and said, okay, he is not there anymore. And we're like, okay. So we thought he like quit. And then a couple weeks after that, one of his friends stopped in there and said, I need to clean up his account because he owed us some money. We just let him go on credit because he was a good customer.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, well, he was talking with me on the phone, and then he just started making some noises, and he stopped talking. And I got concerned. I sent the police over there because I didn't know what was going on. And then come to find out he had a heart attack and he died.
While he was on the phone?
While he was on the
Oh,
phone with him.
shit.
And that was like the first time I've heard of it, obviously. The guy who was talking to him was standing in front of me telling me the story, and I was like, holy shit. The customer was literally maybe a mile away from me. We delivered him all the time. I even went there personally. I talked to him. He was a good guy.
It's fucked.
Death is a part of life.
It is.
Yeah, okay. We're going to talk about
And they were changing because Frank wants to.
death.
Yeah, I know. Frank thinks he controls the show.
I do control the show.
Don't joke.
You okay there?
Anyway,
Why is that funny? What do you mean I think I control? I definitely control the show. My show, my YouTube,
It's our show.
my name. I set up all the equipment.
Yeah, but I'm on every episode.
I bought all the equipment.
Well, you can end it when you want to, but you're not.
Yeah, we
going to
do
because we're
this
still
for
talking.
you. We don't really care to record.
But I was just trying to stick with like the theme. We're talking
Alright,
about
go
people
ahead.
dying, and
You brought that up. It wasn't us.
I read this. No, I didn't.
I don't think he did.
Check the
I think
video.
we brought it up. Sorry.
One time, anyway.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
There was
What do you
this explorer guy. This explorer guy who went to Antarctica and he did.
Can you pause?
I don't know what.
Did you see my new car?
Oh fuck! Why does Antarctica make you think about your new car?
I escaped it, and I was like, Explorer did, and I was like, I used to have an Explorer. Oh wait, I got a new car, and Jake hasn't seen it. That's how that connected.
Oh.
What happened to the Mazda?
I sold it. Well, I mean, I traded it in. I got a Trailhawk. Isn't it nice?
I don't know.
You didn't notice it?
I honestly didn't even notice at all.
You didn't notice my blue car wasn't here?
I saw all the vehicles in the driveway when I got here, and I was like, what is going on? Okay, I'm going inside. I didn't even think that your car... First thought was your car's in the garage.
Oh.
And then it wasn't, because now I noticed it wasn't. Then I wasn't even thinking about it. It wasn't even a thought.
I got a new car. It's a Trailhawk.
Why?
Because I wanted a new car and we wanted a camper and we got a vehicle that could haul a camper.
Speaking of your new car, it's not very practical for the zombie apocalypse, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, tell me why, please.
You were showing me that fucking window function.
Oh.
So if we're trying to get away and zombies stick their hands in the window is going to roll down and we're fucked.
That's true.
It's got this like safety feature. So
on the window? So
if you're trying to roll it up and you put a little pressure on it, it just goes right back down. So you can't like crush someone's hand in it or some shit.
Yeah.
It's a sensor. You can unplug it.
Okay. Well, we'll have to remember that.
Well, in the zombie apocalypse, don't take that fucking car.
I don't know. It's a good car to take, though.
Yeah, it's got all sorts of off-road capabilities.
Yeah, you really want that car, maybe, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a total beast. Dude, I told Jimmy, I was like, I got a tougher car than you.
My car has off-road capabilities if I had off-road tires. Other than that, it's a
yeah, no.
shit.
Whatever.
It
We want
has,
this car.
like,
we can fit more people,
12
more guns.
different driving modes.
What?
Yeah, it has regular, it has snow, it has rocks, it has where I can lock the rear axle when I'm going up a deep incline. It has automatic when I'm going down steep places where it'll automatically put on brakes and gas and whatever. Like,
I guess in the same situation, if you ever had to replace those, you're not in that fucking
I don't want to hear your nonsense, okay? We're talking about good things here, not bad.
Well, you don't have to use them. So
I can tow shit.
You're not going to abuse them, so you're still good. You don't have to replace them.
Yeah, but I mean, the possibilities are endless.
That is true.
It's got 4-wheel drive, and I mean, like, it's got like everything. I don't even. Oh, it's got mud. It's got sand. What she's saying is
I got a bigger car than Jimmy.
I didn't say bigger.
Bigger, badder.
No.
It's more powerful.
It's manlier.
What is it? What the? What's the difference?
His car's a little bitch now.
She wanted to use her word. It wasn't any of my words. It was hers. Manlier. I have a manlier car than him.
Yep. He's got a little bitch car. I love it. I'm so excited.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, continue with your Explorer.
He brought it up.
Continue.
There was an Explorer. There was an Explorer. He went to Antarctica, right? He did 2 trips where they like trekked across a bunch of land or whatever. This guy was obsessed. He was like a professional explorer or whatever, and he was obsessed because like his great grandfather had did the same thing. He was part of an Arctic exploration crew on a ship that went to Antarctica and like trekked across like half of it or whatever. So we did it twice with like a team and shit. I don't know if they had probably had a lot of equipment or whatever the fuck. But then he went and did it a 3rd time, and he's like, I'm doing this motherfucker solo because I'm hardcore like that.
And he died.
And he didn't make it.
Yeah.
And but the thing about it was he brought enough food, but he like this other storm rolled through, and it was extra cold like negative whatever the fuck. I don't know how cold it was.
And he
but the
froze
food,
to death?
No, he didn't freeze to death, but his food froze and he couldn't eat it. He even broke one of his teeth trying to eat like a power bar or something because he couldn't fucking bite it because it was just frozen solid. And the other thing is he took a bunch of selfies of himself out there, and like you can kind of slowly see his decline. He calculated for his weight loss because he knew he was going to lose weight, but he lost like way more than he thought he was going to do because he couldn't eat the food that he brought. It was like malnutrition or whatever. But he had a team on standby to radio him in. So he went like, fuck, I don't remember how many miles. He went a lot. And he only was like 30 miles from his destination and like 5 days from like his predicted thing. But he had to call it quits. And he got rescued, but he died in a hospital from like he had like his internal organs started shutting down and he got an infection on the inside and they couldn't stop it in time.
You say like a lot.
What?
You say like a lot.
He does.
Whatever, you tell a story.
Don't get defensive.
Do you know who Riley Reid is?
No.
The porn star.
I know.
Riley Reid. You're single. What are you talking about? Don't pretend.
I still don't know.
Do you know Asa Akira?
I'm just going to say this. Most people probably don't watch porn as much as you do.
Let alone know their names.
Yeah.
What are you talking?
Or pay money to video chat them
I don't
on a
video chat.
regular. Well, whatever you pay money for, your cam girls.
They have vibrating toys inside them, and when I tip, it vibrates.
Yeah.
It's fun. You want to play, Sam?
No. That's okay. What was that for?
That was so fucked up, prank. Anyway.
What? She can just use the mouse and tip.
You were thinking about it the other way, weren't you?
But what he has in his car, apparently, was he asked you if you wanted to play. Anyway, new combo.
All right.
It's kinda
What's
weird.
next on your list?
I don't know.
Really quick.
Do you?
I think you made it weird.
I did. I think my thoughts went so south. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking that she.
I
would
could
just
tip
show
the
her
girl.
on the internet.
Oh,
and
okay.
She could
Yeah.
tip.
Using his money.
Yeah.
Yes,
Not
do it.
not
Tip a lot of his money.
Not the other way.
See, my mind went south, so I'm sorry. My fault.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you think in words or pictures?
Pictures.
You think in pictures? What are you thinking? I think in words. But if I'm trying to put something together, I can kind of think in pictures. But for the most part, I think in words.
I think in words too, but I can definitely like picture things too.
Like if I'm trying to put something together, I can kind of force myself to visualize. But I think my natural thought process is just all words. Are you thinking that your natural thought process is all pictures?
Mine is always pictures. It's always a picture that comes to mind, which always reminds me of something that I want to say, and which
See, I don't
makes
know.
it happen.
Like in mine, like I have a lot of like daydreams, I guess, where like things are happening and I'm watching it happen. So I guess that would kind of be picture, right? Where you're like thinking about other scenarios, but you're actually like watching them play out.
You're always looking at the pictures in your head, and then the words come out and what you want to say. I feel like everybody does.
I think it depends on what I'm thinking about. I think it's very likely both.
My most likely scenarios, I think in words. But I can't think in pictures. No, I do. Why?
Because you draw too much to think in words.
That's not the same thing, though.
Well, you had to think of all of these. You had to see them first.
But I do it on paper. It's not in my head.
But it is in your head.
It's not that much in my head. No.
Where do you think it comes from?
What?
The pictures that you draw, they come from your head.
The ideas come in words, and I look up the pictures, and then I draw them. But I don't think about the forms. Like, if I didn't have Google and reference photos, I wouldn't be able to draw shit.
So you're just a copier then? You just like
I mean, I guess.
trace and copy?
I don't trace. Trace is not what I do. But I look at things and then I redraw them. Like if I want to draw a person, I need to look at a person to make it look right, to get the anatomy right. Like if I want to draw a bear, I have to look at a picture of a bear. If I try to draw a picture of a bear from my head, it's not going to work out.
That's really unusual.
Yeah, okay, I get what
I
you're
would
saying.
think that it's because you seem like an artistic person that you would be able to do that, but really you're not very artistic.
I am artistic.
I mean,
I'm just not very visual. I'm not as visual as you think I would be.
You're right. You're not as visual as I would think that you would be.
No, yeah, that's right, Jake. You can stop thinking. So thinking
just,
words or
no.
pictures?
Yes, right now I was thinking words. 9 times out of 10 it's not that way.
I'm really surprised.
Wow, crazy. If
I'm not.
If I'm
You're not? Why not?
Well, with previous conversations with Frank, yeah.
It's just like with porn. Like it's easier for me to get
Why
off.
is it
You
always
watch
come back
way
to
too
that?
much porn.
If I'm looking at porn, but if I'm not looking at porn, I'm like, all right, I have to visualize something, and I'm like, this isn't working. This isn't working.
He seriously needs a girlfriend.
So,
Or anybody to have sex with.
no, he could find anybody. He's just fucking picky as shit.
What are you talking about?
He is super picky.
That-
She's too fat. Oh, she's ugly. Oh, she's this. Oh, she did that.
She has man hands.
She has man hands. Turn the fucking lights off.
Anyway,
I was too scared. She has man hands.
still
She might
got
just
weird again.
let's just
Sorry, bro.
rip my dick off. I can't do that. It's man hands. Gross. Too veiny. What's with that?
You're worried about man hands, but you're okay with, you know.
Why does that have to keep bringing that up? I don't bring that up. It's always her. It's her fault, not mine.
It's totally not mine. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, talking about man hands. So,
Transition. Go.
I think I might have told you this, but where I work next door, the,
Oh, I think you did say
yeah,
that.
with the trans.
I didn't
It took
fucking
me
hear this.
weeks. Oh my gosh, so there's this trans person that works next door.
You can just say transgender.
And, well, I don't know where it started and where it's ending. I don't know which way they are going.
Okay.
So it
Makes
took
sense.
me probably 2 months to figure out if this was the guy or a girl. Okay, because it wears clothes kind of like a girl, and it kind of has boobs, and it has long hair, but it doesn't wear makeup, and it has a man voice. And I was like, okay, well, it's just a dude with long hair. That's fine. And then I noticed that it had boobs, and I was like, is that a girl? And then it took me so long to figure out that it was a trans. I had no idea, like, it just wasn't registering.
So what was it?
I'm still not sure.
Still does not know.
I'm pretty sure it's a guy going to a girl. But I'm not 100% because there's just so many different things going, and I don't know. I don't know which way they're going.
Male to female? Alright.
I think it's male to female.
I don't have that situation, but I still have a situation with like another driver from my workplace that comes to my warehouse to pick up parts. We could not figure out whether or not it was a male or female. Still don't know to this day because we didn't ask.
Right? Because some women are just very manly looking and some men are very...
Has no teeth.
Ooh. So it's older?
All my drivers are older, so they're all old and retired, so you can't really judge people by that, so we just go off of it. And she works and walks in there, starts saying words to us, and then we still sit there and be like,
What's their name?
we don't know. They don't even tell us. I keep saying they.
Well, because it is a
does
they.
not tell us what it is.
So that's the correct
You're allowed to ask.
pronoun is they.
You're allowed to ask. You can be like, no offense, or I'm not trying to make this weird or anything, but do you identify as?
See, I don't want to do that because if it is an older female,
that she's like,
It's
what the
very
fuck?
rude.
What
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking about? Do I look
So
like that?
there
No,
are people that identify as they
I could understand that.
because they're in that, so that I say they too. Like,
I feel like an asshole by saying they, but I'm still doing it anyway. They keep walking into the building, and every time we're just in there, just trying to figure. Every one of us look around.
You don't
when
even
she
know
walks
their
in.
name?
yeah.
No, because we don't want to ask.
No, right? No,
Why
I
don't
don't
you
know
ask
this
their
person's
name?
name either.
Because they don't talk. They just walk in there. They grab their stuff that they're supposed to come there and pick up from us, and then they walk out the building.
This is fucking.
Weird? Yes. Even the cricket stopped. We were waiting for you, Frank.
I was starting to think about the phone call I had with your brother today. Like,
Oh my god.
God damn it.
That was funny as hell.
Wait, what
I
happened?
love it.
I called Jake, but his brother answered the phone, pretending to be him. And
Did he trick you?
he did trick
He did.
me, but the whole time I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Why
But,
is Jake
like,
answering this?
I swear to God, there was 3 times where I was like, I wanted to be like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Is that Jake? Who am I talking to? But I didn't do it because there's part of me that remembers Jake sometimes, if he's not around for a while, he becomes so fucking like, I don't know, subdued, or it's like secluded, or it's hard to fucking talk to him, and he doesn't want to reveal anything or whatever. So
he
like,
never wants to
that way.
reveal
I'm like,
anything.
all right, well maybe that's what's
He's
happening.
like a freaking brick
That's
wall.
the only reason that I was able to get tripped, and I was like, what the fucking god. After I hung up the phone, I had like an internal dialogue with myself. Like, all right,
Yeah.
it's fine. Like, I wanted to be like, Jake, what the fuck are you doing? You're coming out with me right now, and we're going over to do this shit. But I'm like, all right, calm down. We're not going to force him to do what he doesn't want to do. It's fine. I don't want to be an asshole. And then I was thinking, I remembered Miles, like, when I didn't want to hang out with him, and he'd be like, you're not my friend. You're such a fucking dick. I'm like, I don't want to do shit like that. But at some point, there was kind of part of me where I would be like, what the fuck you mean you're not hungry? I ate 2 hot dogs. What the fuck is this?
No.
Anyways.
That was funny as hell. I sat on the other side of that conversation
No,
watching
now that I know that, yes, it's hilarious.
watching that part of that conversation with Jeff having with Frank was awesome.
It was
I
his
enjoyed it.
brother Jeff. I thought I was talking to Jake, and he's like, I'm just hanging out with Jeff. Jeff told me it was with Jeff.
It was an inception, Frank. Inception.
So funny.
In your brain. You have no idea.
You're eating goldfish again.
Delicious.
She had to pause and go get herself some goldfish. Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching.
I'm obsessed with goldfish. So, seriously, one of my thoughts when I was pregnant is, oh my god, I get to be that person that walks around with goldfish and I get to actually eat them and not feel bad. Because you know how moms always have like goldfish in their bag for the kids? Well, I'll just bring enough for both of us and I don't have to feel bad for eating a kid's snack.
I wanted to talk about my dreams.
Oh, yeah. I have to urinate first. Keep going.
I've been having dreams, and I
Uh-huh.
keep recognizing them to the point where I'm getting annoyed by them. And so the thing that happens is my dreams keep like attacking me. All the characters in there are just like attacking me.
That's your subconscious.
Like zombies, or like, do you remember Inception?
That's your subconscious.
Do you remember Inception
Mm-hmm.
when all the things would attack them when they knew that you knew it
Yeah.
was a dream or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Things keep attacking me in my dream to the point where I'm just like annoyed by it now. Like, I'm not even really totally aware it's a dream. I'm just like, oh god, just fucking bite me already so I can get this over with. And then there's also still this fucking cat that attacks me every once in a while. There's still, do you remember talking about
I
a cat?
remember.
There's still this fucking manging fucking evil cat thing that keeps attacking me To the point where I recognized it again, and I was like, oh, this fucking thing. Are you kidding me? Why are you still here? What do you want from me?
I've been dreamed of that thing for a long time.
What do you want from me? And the other day I grabbed it and I was like fucking manhandling it, and then I started like humping it, like trying to make it my bitch. Like, I'm so sick of your shit.
You were humping it?
Yes.
Okay. Was that your power move?
I don't know what it was. All I know is the cat thing keeps coming back and attacking me, and then wherever I'm at, there always seems to be zombies that are trying to just eat me.
Do you watch a lot of zombie shows?
No.
Do you think about zombies a lot?
No, I don't think I do. All right, I don't think I do, but apparently in my subconscious, it's constantly happening. I think everyone's out to get me or something. I don't know. What
I used to have zombie dreams every Sunday after we watched Walking Dead until I stopped watching it.
I know, I'm not watching any zombie stuff currently.
We were talking about zombies earlier.
I know.
Oh, okay.
That's like part
Warm
of
Bodies, that zombie movie. I like that one.
I didn't watch that one.
Warm Bodies was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was gay.
You're gay.
Fucking trying to do like a Twilight thing with a zombie. Ugh, I'm dead, but I'm fucking handsome and want to have a girlfriend.
Anyway, I agree with
fucking
the same instance,
stupid.
but it was still a good movie.
Stupid.
It was a good movie.
Stupid. Just like, did you see the Swiss Army Man?
No, I didn't.
That was stupid too.
I felt it was stupid by the previews. Why would I want to watch it?
Wait, what is it?
Swiss Army Man?
Mm-mm.
It's like, do you remember, what was the one with Tom Hanks?
A lot of them.
Castaway, that's the one. So it's like Castaway, but this guy's washed ashore and then he finds a dead body. And he uses the dead body to survive or whatever. Hence, Swiss Army Man, he uses the dead body to help him do different things.
Like what?
Cut rope, throw things.
At one point, he rides on it and it's just like expelling gas. Like it's farting the whole time to a point where he can ride on it. Because, like a dead body will bloat with all the...
Right. Mm-hmm.
He was releasing the gas and he was riding on top of the dead body like a raft. Like it was dumb as...
So Frank saw
I was
this
thinking
movie.
like that he was like cutting him open and sleeping in him for the warmth. Like...
Ooh, like in Star Wars. Also, Leo did that in... what's the one we got attacked by the bear?
That is Revenant.
Yeah, in The Revenant. Didn't he crawl inside like a deer or something?
No, he didn't crawl inside it. He used the warmth of the deer.
He totally crawled inside a deer. Just like in Star Wars. Did you see that, Sam? The
No.
Revenant?
I only watched it once, so I can't remember.
It was an awful movie, too. That wasn't very good.
No, it's a long, drawn-out movie, but it doesn't mean it was awful.
Nah, I didn't like it. It was dumb.
You know what movie was awful?
He got an Emmy for the bear scene. That's it.
There was a movie that
bear
Jimmy
would've-
wanted me to watch,
that
and he was
bear-
like, "Oh, it's good."
That
It was
bear
so boring.
should have fucking killed him. Like, he was done. What are you pointing at?
Time.
Oh, we're at an hour?
So you're going to stop it.
Yeah. Do you have a last point?
I don't remember the name of the movie. It was so boring and dull.
What was it?
I don't remember. I just said I don't have a name of the movie.
What
It was so
happened?
boring and dull. Nothing happened.
She don't have a name of it, but it was boring and dull.
Oh,
Nothing
wow.
happened.
Just like the end of this podcast. Boring and dull.
What did
I'm
happen?
so glad
I don't even remember.
you came to listen, but it's time for us to go. So
Goodbye.
Goodbye, lovely people. Say bye, Dick.
Next time, tune in.
I'm still trying to think of what happened in that movie.
You got a title? You got something? Give me something.